kung kakayanin mo yung sayaw mo. It's a mind game. Even in anything, even in chess, even in boxing, your mind has to be prepared for your game. So, even in dancing, talagang I psych myself already. I talk to myself kasi wala naman akong coach na gaganon sa akin. There are no professional ways to handle yourself, but to talk to yourself. Get a good grip of yourself. Talk to yourself. Imagine. Like, I close my eyes every night. I'm dancing really well. Parang yun ang iniisip ko eh. In fact, I even imagine I'm on we have these platforms, 1, 2, 3, when you're winning. What do you call that? I forgot. Those elevated number 1, number 2, number 3. We have those platforms. So I'm always imagining I'm on platform 1 with my trophy, smiling with my picture. So it was always a visualization, always panalo. And I'm very fortunate because I also have the formula. Like, I practice a lot. I have a good partner. I have natural ability in dance even when I was a young kid. So parang ginamit ko lahat yun. I know my assets eh. Probably I also know my liabilities. Like, I'm small. Like, I'm only 5 feet tall. And when I was in Europe and I compete with everybody, I remember standing behind them and I was just here. Like, they were like 5'11". Most of them were tall. 5'9", 5'10", 6 feet. I was here behind their backs. Like, my head was here, their shoulders. And that didn't really stop me. And I just think every time I'm behind their back, di ba, small but terrible naman ako. Yun na lang iniisip ko kasi I don't want to feel like, oh my God, their movements are so big, they're so tall, nakikita sila kagad, napapansin sila. I didn't even want to think of that anymore. I just wanted to focus on my dance and give my best. So I always try to be as positive as I can. Otherwise, if I think of all the ingredients against me, maybe I couldn't be winning in all those competitions. Like, for them, they're already in Europe. They have the best teachers. They have the money. They have access to weekly lessons. They have access to the best costumes. I mean, they know all the judges. They have lessons with all the judges. I mean, andyan na lahat sa kanila. Ako, if I think about, I'm in the Philippines. In fact, when I won the first time in 2003 in Blackpool, they haven't even heard of the Philippines. And they said, oh, where is the Philippines? And then in that book, the Blackpool book, when I won, they were talking about us, the Filipino couple. They said, it's the first time they put the Philippines in the map of the Ballroom Dance Festival, of Blackpool Dance Festival. So parang, I put the Philippines in their ballroom map. So parang, you see, they don't even know me. They've never seen me before. I'm small. Maybe I just had 1 lesson here, 10 lessons at the most. I don't have enough ability to explain to them that, hey, in the Philippines, there are no teachers there are no schools there, we don't take much lessons. I have nothing to explain. I just danced. And good, I won. I bested all the other couples. So that was, I think, my destiny. But on the other hand, I also really worked for it. I mean, I had the right ingredients. I practiced. I had a good costume, a reasonably good costume that would attract judges. That's what I was trying to say a while ago. Like, 14 couples on the floor, 1.5-minute dance. How would they notice you? Maybe the chances for them to judge you is a few seconds at a time. Like, to this day, I'm also judging. And when I judge, you know how I judge? If I have 14 couples, or assuming in the Philippines, kasi hindi naman ganun karami, minsan there are like 7 couples on the floor. How do I judge them? The first thing I do is look at the not so good couple, or the least dancing couple. Yung hindi magaling, yung isang tingin mo palang alam mo hindi na magaling, yung medyo mahina ang energy, medyo hindi centered, ganun-ganun yung katawan, tapos hindi tumitingin sa isa't isa, they don't look at each other, they don't have much life when they dance, so out na yon. Parang, kasi nagmamadali rin ako, out. Next, who's the not so good couple here? Out. Parang kung magtitira na lang ako ng 3, ang tatanggalin ko muna yung hindi magaling. Kasi yung 3, they'll have another round. So for the second round, for the 3, ayan na, I will start looking at technique, connection, how good they dance together, how good they dance to the audience. Kasi when you're dancing, it's not only together, it's also how you project to the audience. Do we understand your energy? Do we understand your dance, you know? May mga factors na hinahanap. So, that's it. Like, you have to assess talaga what your strong points are and capitalize on it. Pag-isipan mo, like ako, maliit ako, okay, so hindi rin sa akin bagay masyadong mahaba yung costume because I will look smaller or I will look like I'm covered up. And like, I think I have a good body, so I have to show it. So generally, I always show my back because I think it's an asset. They say I have a good back, I have a good curve on the back, so that's why I show it all the time. Not all the time, but most of the time. Like I notice I don't look so good if I'm completely covered. Like turtleneck, long sleeves, mahaba yung costume, hindi bagay sa akin. So I have to show some more legs, back, show the arms, parang ganon. So I assess my strong points. And I try to, if, for instance, for the dance, if there are some couples hindi magaling umikot,